Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the best way to replace the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So I'll jump right into it. The best way to replace the narcissist. Let's say that the relationship has ended recently. For you newbies on the channel, this is going to be an instrumental part of the video for you because you're going to have to heal. You're going to have to process that the individual you're thinking about or that you are in the relationship with perhaps is a narcissist, which means they did not have your best interest at heart. And you will have to do a lot of processing. Perhaps this is the first video you are ever consuming on narcissism. If that's the case, then you're going to have to learn the glossary, the terms, the definitions, like what is gaslighting, stonewalling, silent treatment, triangulation, things like that. You're gonna have to figure these things out. Take your time. In time, you will understand what all these words mean and many more. Then you're gonna have to put yourself back together. Perhaps it was a romantic relationship. You're gonna have to understand that that individual most likely didn't love you because they can't love anybody. They only care about themselves. For the veterans on the channel, the best way to replace the narcissist, I'm gonna really focus on that because the people that the relationship has ended a while ago and or they have healed, please drop comments below and let's help the newbies and let's help everybody out on the channel and then in the community. What it means is this: post-narcissistic relationship, you will find that there is a huge void. There's a big void after the relationship because now you no longer are running around. No longer are you doing things for the narcissist. No longer are you getting text messages and or phone calls all the day long, and you're not walking around on eggshells. You are not living another person's life, in other words. So this void, it needs to be filled post-narcissistic relationship, and that the way you fill it is not only with education and becoming awakened and aware and understand that narcissism is prevalent on this planet and that perhaps you were oblivious to it. Maybe you were a people pleaser, a yes person. Maybe you couldn't say the strongest word in the English language, which is no. And remember, when you say no to someone or something, you are saying yes to yourself. In other words, use your time wisely. Don't just say yes at the drop of a hat. But this void needs to be filled, and you will have to process many things about the relationship and come to grips and come to terms that the individual was a narcissist or a toxic individual. Most likely you'll have to practice radical acceptance, and you will also have to heal childhood wounds. But once these things are accomplished, and believe me when I tell you, they are no small feat. They will take a lot of strength and courage and fortitude and commitment and dedication on your part to get through the narcissistic abusive cycle post-relationship. In other words, to put yourself back together. But when you do that, you realize that the best way to replace the narcissist is with you. Yes, it is. Think about this for a minute. When you were in the relationship, what did the narcissist want you to do? They wanted you to do whatever they wanted, when they wanted, with whom they wanted. They wanted you to look the other way when they were acting poorly or displaying poor behavior. They wanted you to pump up their fragile ego the whole time while you and your life was being decimated. In other words, your resources were being taken from you. Now, post-relationship, after you have healed, you understand that the replacement for the narcissist, it's not getting together with another individual, let's say in a romantic interest. That's the last thing you should be doing. What you should be doing is healing yourself, understanding that you are the priority, that you come first, second, and third, and that yes, you were taken advantage of for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship when you were with the narcissist. And they knew this. The narcissist has an advantage over virtually everybody on the planet that does not have the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle. Remember that. You, too, were one of these people at one point. You entered the relationship not knowing that narcissism was walking the planet. Now you do, and you understand what to look for, the signs to look for. You now know that you need to have boundaries and that you have to take things slowly, not fast like the narcissist likes to do things. You need to do things slowly and test people in a nice way and see if they fit into your lifestyle. If they do, great. But at the first sign of a red flag or two, you now can pull the trigger. You now understand that, wait, I'm seeing some behavior here that is not adding up. In other words, their actions aren't following their words. So now I perhaps will not maintain a relationship with this individual, whoever it was. But romantically, the last thing you should be doing is getting involved with another individual romantically if you have not healed. Because if that is what you are doing and or that is what you have done, and again, drop comments below, you'll find that you're probably going to find another narcissist and or you are going to enter a relationship when you are not prepared properly. In other words, you haven't healed and you're just putting a band-aid on your relationship from the past with a relationship from the present, and it didn't serve you. I can assure you that will happen. Why I say that is because post-narcissistic relationship, there is a mountain of work that must be done, and it must be done by you. You have to process things. You have to understand your value. You have to understand that perhaps you are an empath. You have to understand that people have been trying to take you down probably since you were a kid. In other words, they were not supporting you, or perhaps belittling you or having you doubt yourself. Maybe it was your parents, maybe it was your friends who were envious and or jealous of you and your beautiful bright light. Who knows? But replacing the narcissist, the best way to replace the narcissist is for you to reclaim your place on this planet called Earth. In other words, if you liked to paint, or if you like to go fishing, or if you like to go skiing, or if you liked to read, this is now your time to do it. Reclaim what was taken from you throughout the body of the relationship, which includes many of your hobbies. You now have a slower lifestyle right now, post-relationship, I can assure you. And now, not only have you processed who the narcissist was, but I can assure you, you've also gone down the rabbit hole of other relationships that perhaps did not serve you. Maybe it's your brothers or sisters, maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a friend you've had for 10, 20, or 30 years, and you're finally waking up and realizing these people don't serve you. They've never cared about you. What they want to do was they want to consume perhaps your finances, or they wanted you to be a sounding board, and so you would listen to them and all of their problems. But when it was your turn to speak about things that were important to you, they weren't around. No one was listening to you. More and more people on the planet are becoming awakened. They sincerely are, and I don't say that term lightly. I mean post-narcissistic relationship. There are many people now that have applied the experience with the education that they went through, and that equals wisdom, and they are now having boundaries. They're now incorporating the two-strike rule, which I use, which means if you're trying to enter a new relationship with a friend, let's say, and say they do something that's not appropriate, okay, they get a strike. Well, if they do it again, you're out. That's it. No longer do we tolerate poor behavior. No longer do we fall for excuses which may or may not be true, why an individual can't be there for you. If somebody, really understand this message, if somebody wants to do something, they really want to do it, they will make sure they get it done. Here's a very simple example. If I told you right now, hey, I'm going to knock on your door and I'm going to give you $1 million, well, but it's going to be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'll give you $1 million if you're home. Will you be home? Absolutely you would be. Why wouldn't you? You're going to get $1 million. Think about it. It's all about you and your energy and your effort and what you want to do. Flip the script. Same with the narcissist. When you're in the relationship with them, it's all about them. So now that the narcissist has been kicked to the curb, the best way to replace them, once you've healed, is to do the things you love to do with the people you love to do them with, whether that's a lot of people or whether it's just by yourself. But take your power back and understand that that relationship was not your fault. You were manipulated, you were taken advantage of, you were used for your resources. Again, you know what they are: time, money, energy, effort, social circle status, everything, how you made them feel, being a sounding board, etc. So now that the narcissist is in the past, the best way to replace them, it's not to jump into another relationship. That's the last thing you should be doing, unless you have healed properly. Then by all means go for it. But it's to invest in yourself, to take stock of your life, to understand that that relationship you were a part of was a lifelong learning lesson, and that there was no other way around it. You could not have done any more than you did in the relationship. You could not have contributed any more than you contributed. There's nothing you could have done to change the outcome of the relationship, no matter what you think. And you may say, well, Andrew, yeah, I could have done some things better. I really could have. Fair enough, I get it. Guess what would have happened if you did things better? What that would have done, most likely, is just strung along the relationship for a longer period of time, and you most likely would have lost even more resources. You certainly would have lost more time, but the end result most likely would be the same. which means the narcissist would find your replacement, or you would end it because you are fed up with being abused and dealing with toxic behavior. Here is a really, really positive message for you. Another part of this video is to let you know, think about the serenity, the calmness, the peace, the abundance. Once you have healed properly from the relationship, you now know and you can discern quite easily who has your best interest at heart and perhaps who doesn't. Okay, that's a lesson from the narcissistic relationship. Another one is you now have boundaries. Another one is if someone texts you, you don't jump up and answer the text as fast as possible and explain what you're doing and that you will be there to rescue them as soon as you possibly can. No. You now turn your smartphone off. Let's say it's 7 o'clock at night. You put the do not disturb button on, and maybe that stays like that until 7 o'clock in the morning, which gives you what? That's right, gives you 12 hours of peace. It gives you calmness. It allows you to just be. And if you want to go take a bath, you take a bath. If you want to read a book, you read a book. If you want to exercise, you do that. If you want to plan a trip or a vacation, go for it. If you want to sleep, go to sleep. If you want to create a website, create a website. Whatever you want to do, you can do, but no longer are you running around going as fast as you can serving the narcissist, because those days are long over. And their replacement, the way you replace them, is by you. Think about this. Really get this message. The narcissist glommed onto you, or perhaps they married you or fell into a relationship with them, whatever it was, because they knew who you were. They knew all of the abundance that you possess. They know exactly what you are made of. Now, you were manipulated in the relationship. You most likely did not know your own value. You did not know the abundance within you. You just knew that you fell for the mask and you were manipulated or taken advantage of, or you thought the narcissist was the best thing since sliced bread. You now know post-relationship that there's a reason that you were with the narcissist. It's because A, you didn't have the wisdom on narcissism, because if you did, you would not have entered the relationship. But B, they saw so much within you. They saw beauty within you, not just physically. I'm talking every way possible. And they wanted to take that for a period of time, and they succeeded. But now that you have the wisdom, now that is replaced by you. In other words, you're no longer serving a toxic individual, i.e. the narcissist. You now slow down and you now serve yourself. Remember, you come first, second, and third. This is a key message. Many people post-narcissistic relationship, they still blame themselves. They still think they could have done better. They still think that the narcissist can change. Let me tell you right now, no. You couldn't have done better. The narcissist can't change, and the narcissist never cared about you. What really matters post-relationship, once you've healed, is that you can go through life at your speed, and you are living your life. So think about the list of things you wanted to do when you were with the narcissist. Excuse me, maybe travel somewhere. Maybe it was to experience an adventure, like go somewhere, build a house, or start a business or something. And it never quite got off the ground, did it? No. Why? Because the narcissist didn't want you to thrive. They didn't want to do anything that you wanted to do. So now is your opportunity. Now you can do what you want to do. You can go back to school. You can go travel. You can visit that long-lost friend, or you can touch base with family members that love and respect you because in the past you weren't allowed to. There's so much out there for you, but the key here is how to replace, the best way to replace the narcissist, it's with you. It's always been with you. Life is a journey meant to be experienced by each and every one of us. It's meant to be adored, cherished, honored, respected, embraced. And yes, some days will be better than others. I understand that completely. But post-narcissistic relationship, you have so many more better days than not so good days. Remember when you were in the relationship, say there were 30 days in a month, maybe you got 26 days of abuse, perhaps 3 or 4 days of okayness, or maybe 1 day of euphoria, whatever you want to call it, but it wasn't the way it's supposed to be. It was like being on a roller coaster, going around and round, up and down, in and out, sideways. You never knew what was going to happen next. And there was always drama. There was always chaos. There was always manipulation. There was always me. Meaning that's the narcissist saying, hey, what about me? What are you doing? Now you can sleep in on a Sunday morning. Now you can have a coffee in the backyard. Now you can be 10 minutes late for work. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but if you have to, I get it. In other words, you're not in a rush to serve the narcissist. There is nobody that is more important on this planet than you. You may think there are. It's not the case. You are the number one most important person on this planet. You. Think about the oxygen mask example that I use on the channel. You're flying in an airplane and the oxygen mask drops down from above because you hit turbulence. Well, you have to put your mask on first before you can assist the individual sitting next to you. That is like that for a reason, because you are the number one person on the planet. You are the priority. But when you were with the narcissist, you felt not only unheard, but you weren't a priority because you weren't. You felt less than. You were invalidated. You were taken advantage of. You were basically a sidekick to the narcissist, whether you know it or not. Now they are kicked to the curb. You have healed or you are healing, and you understand the best way to replace the narcissist is simply with you. Do things that benefit you in time, in your time. Understand what you're made of. Know that if you've come through the fire and risen through the ashes like a phoenix, you are a very special and galvanized individual. Not many people get to where you are in life, but you've done it. And now my suggestion for you is to begin living your best life. And again, if you want to strike up friendships or romantic interests, go for it. But make sure you have boundaries in place and make sure these people fit into your lifestyle. You no longer fit into somebody else's lifestyle. We learned that lesson in the narcissistic relationship. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. And the best way to replace the narcissist, I cannot emphasize this enough, it's with you understanding that that was a lesson you had to go through. It was a relationship that you didn't even know what was happening when you were in it, but you learned so much from the relationship, and now you can help yourself and those loved and trusted ones around you and protect yourself and insulate yourself and do whatever you want to do, because this is a superpower. Once you see it and experience it, you can't unsee it or unexperience it, meaning the narcissistic relationship. So guys, remember, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. God bless you. I love you all. Have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, you guys.